It is. Did I kick you out? Did I kick you out? Where'd you go? You were just here with me. Hold on. Oh, here. Okay. God, I had to fix that for you. Otherwise, you were just gonna think I was terrible. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
hi.
Hi. Where's my camera?
I don't know. Go ahead here. Go ahead and so it should be down on the bottom on the left where it says mute and stop video. Ah. Ah. How are you?
I'm nervous. How are you?
Oh my God. I'm wonderful. Okay, don't be nervous. It's just me. We got off to a good start with everything messing up. So I think this is going to be a great time. So let me tell you before we get started how this works. Obviously, we have 30 minutes. Actually, let me message my assistant and tell her to message my next person and say late. Hey, hold on. Hello, you night after and say 10 minutes. Please. There we go. You're welcome. Okay. I was like, oh, what are we going to do with that? So I'm going to have my spirit box on BTW. And you don't, just a question, just because it came, I already cleared it out, but it came up on my spirit box. Do you have his jacket?
My dad has one, and I have
It does.
a jacket sweater.
Yeah. You do? Okay. Is it a large?
Yeah.
It does large. I've never had that show up before. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna do it with you. Here, I'll even like here. I just screenshotted it. That way I can zoom into it. So normally, oh, this person is already here. Good job. Oh, and the number is 444 right now. So there's something going on in the world. Oh, I like this. By the way, there's not everything. See, yeah. And so that's why I was like, oh, is it a large? So everything happens for a reason. So when we do this, what are we doing? We're saying, will you please come in and hop in Amie's body and play with her brain and use it like a computer? That's all we're asking here. Okay. And when they do this, how do they talk? They talk in, they're trying to show me stuff right now in my brain, and they are focusing on actually like the tattoos on your arms, which is interesting, and like hardcore focusing, and they like redrew it all in my head. So that must have something to do with him as well. So we're gonna leave that there. Were you going to get a heartbeat of this person ever?
I'm not sure if I was, but I think my aunt, my mom, they were showing me photos.
Okay, so all that, just keep that in there. They showed me lined paper with the like that. I go, oh, okay. And then they turn it into black and white. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so this is like that. So they will come in and they will talk in signs and symbols. They'll talk in feelings and emotions. They will grab my brain and make me see stuff. And they will try to talk in words. But how do they do it? Really, they do it all at the same time. And I just got to tell you what it is. So the whole thing is that if you have questions, ask me anything. In the meantime, when I'm sitting here quietly, I'm asking a million questions, and I'm trying to get a hit back. It almost feels like echolocation. You're going bing, 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 and you're trying to get a bing back. That's the best way I can describe it. And so if I sit here and it's because I'm just going nuts inside. And so when I go, exactly, yeah. And so when I go, does this make sense to you? And you go, hell yeah, Amie, it does. I go, oh my God, holy shit. Okay, she got it. I got it correctly. She got it too. And now we can move on to the next one. So just say that, but don't go too far into it. And I'm going to look at my spirit box every so often too. So stay with me. Oh, okay. Come on. Hold on. My Zoom thing just told me I'm late to your appointment. Yes, I know. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Come on. I wonder if this. Okay, see, there's the weird noises. What is the significance of November and October for him? What are those about? Or November? Either or. Only reason. And I'll tell you why in a second.
Um, October would be the passing of my uncle and my papa. Or sorry, my papa passed in October, which was my uncle's birthday, and my uncle passed in November.
Can I tell you why I'm asking that? Okay. So, so know how I talk about how spirits will show up before the session?
Yes.
They will show up before the session. All right. So back, I was just sitting here. I was like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? And they just brought me back to October and November in my bathroom when I would have my spirit box on while I'm getting ready. And it would say, George, George. George. And I'll look back and I'll find the date and I screenshot it because I was thinking, oh, maybe it's my father-in-law. No, he was fine. And so they just went back and they showed, and I got it consistently for those 2 months. And they said, oh, talk about these dates. It's to deal with me. It's me. I was talking about that. And yeah. So he's been with me for a while. They've been with me for a while, apparently, and visiting me in my bathroom. And I'll send you screenshots when I find them of the George with the dates. That way you could see. I think I did it 2 or 3 times. He says, what? We're all here. We're all fine. Of course. Of course. And I go, okay, well, that's good. He, what? No. You don't like to turn the heat on in your house ever? Is that like a thing? Or do you like let it get down to like 67?
My aunt does.
Oh, okay. Somebody's walking around and he goes, oh my God, it gets really cold in there. And I said, what are you talking about?
Always cold.
Always cold. Yeah. And I said, what? And he says, can't you turn the heat on? And I go, well, what is it? And he puts like lower than like 69. So I was like, all right, so it's like 67, something like that. And he says, I don't know what they're doing. I go, I don't know either. He's talking about how, what? He's going to bring up all these random things. Oh, I know. He's wonderful. He's talking about the sun. He's talking about, is it like one of the boys' birthdays coming up for you?
Yes.
Oh.
Both of ours actually were on the same day.
Oh, he goes like this. I said, so what are you doing? He's like walking over on this side of, well, that side of you. So I don't know what's going. Yeah, I think it's, and he goes, oh, well, boys, she has boys. And I said, oh, okay. And she says, what's their birthday coming up? He says, something to celebrate. And I go, oh, all right. And he like hands them little gifts. And I go, okay, fine. And he says, can't miss any of them. And he asked me, why do I make him sound like that? And it's because that's how you sound in my head. And he usually is very well voiced. He says he speaks faster than this. I go, I agree. And what? All I hear you say, do you want a roll? I'll get you a roll. Do you want this? I'll do this. Do you need this? I'll get this. So he's talking about, I guess, you, whenever you would go see him, I have a hair on my mouth, that you would take like extra great care of him. Ooh, this is deja vu. I just had deja vu with you. So that means something big is going to happen right now. She what? And your dad and mom are still married? Oh. Yeah. He says, I hear her squawking around screaming. And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, come and get this. Oh, husband, dad, come and do this or whatever. I don't know why he puts her as like that. And he says, oh, they're still married. They're still married. And he says, I love her. And so he's like just talking about everybody. He says that, what? How long? Really? Are there like 5 or 6 grandkids now?
1, 2, 3. No, 3.
3.
5. 6,
oh.
6. Maybe. Well, now I have to count.
Okay. Well, think about it. Then let me know.
5. Yeah.
5.
5.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I go, so what about it? They have the two here. And he goes, oh no, he says, there's like that. And I go, okay, maybe there's going to be one on the way down the line. I don't know. We'll have to figure out that out later. He says that, yeah, because he goes like that. So I'm like, maybe that goes into that. He says that, tell me. And like, you want a little girl? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, he goes like this. I said, so tell me. He says, tell her I have her little girl. And I go, okay. And all I feel you is go like, oh my God, I'm so happy I got this. Like, that's what you say. He does say down the line though. You're not like actively trying right now?
No.
Ah, okay. I said, are we like on the mark right now? Are we practicing? And he goes, no. And he says like down the line. Yeah, just how down the line. It's weird. He keeps showing me 3, but I don't know if this is 3 months or 3 years. What? When do you turn? No. Hold on. Are you 37 in 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's pretty accurate. That's okay. Hey-o. So I would have to say, yeah. I don't know, 37, 38 feel like a thing. And you're going to look at me and you're going to be like, oh my God, Amy, what? That's too old. No. No. So there's something around 37. It's either you find out you're pregnant when you're 37 and then like, or there's something big about this child that is a girl coming into your life at 37 going to 38. Okay. So I don't know where that comes from or what that is. So
let's hope.
Just let me know. They're saying that, have you like thought about down the line doing I don't know what the injections are. I don't know what that is, but like hormone injections or something? Or what is injections in your stomach for?
Oh, I was thinking of Ozempic.
Oh, what's that?
It's for...
Oh, it's a weight loss thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My father-in-law was doing that for a second. Okay, yeah. Okay. He had you go something beforehand. She's going to do this. And I'm thinking hormones, because then he gets your stomach and he has you go pop, pop, pop. I would have to say that ends up happening.
Because like I'm nervous about it. So I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me tell you, the few people that I have seen, including like channeling people that I've channeled, not dead but alive, it's been okay. It's been okay. And I mean, believe me, I have been talking to a lot more people that have died because of their COVID shot more than somebody that died of Ozempic so far. Okay, that's yeah, that's a whole nother thing. So I would let you know if people are dying from it. I will see that trend. Just if I do, I'll email you. I'll be like, stop it. Don't do it. Don't take it anymore. He's talking about, tell me what? Oh, hold on. Is she? Do you work in the healthcare field?
My sister does.
Oh, interesting. Okay, they just made me feel like if somebody has a I don't know what they call it, like to put an IV in. Like how they go and they bring the little the syringe with the flush and the line, and they go and they put like an IV in or something like that. That's medical for me. Is she like in PA? Is she like a PA?
She works for a surgeon.
Oh, okay. So that's why she works really closely for a doctor. Okay, interesting. Yeah, they talk about her following around this doctor and being like professional, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, maybe she's a PA following around a doctor. They say that. Tell me, hold on. What about her? What? Interesting. He's talking about almost like feeling like, I don't know if this is him or if he's talking about another person that died at the same time. Who was the one that essentially like their heart exploded? Or like what is that about?
Um, they found my Uncle Kevin dead, and they believe it was a heart attack.
That's That's Kevin. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I will send you the pictures. He goes, George keeps going like this. He says, well, he says, that was bad. I said, what do you mean? And he says, it hurt when your heart explodes. And I go, oh, okay. And he says, but he's fine. He's fine. He says, like, don't worry about it. We have him. We have him. We have him. So that's what I was like. Oh, I was like, I don't know who this is, but they're talking about this. But Kevin's fine. Kevin has showed up on my spirit box as well. Kevin actually showed up last night as well in my head. And I was like, oh, maybe they're talking about my husband's friend, Kevin, but it's your Kevin.
I miss
Okay.
him.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's around with him. What? On a lake. Okay, so y'all don't live near the ocean? Y'all are like more lake people?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Somebody goes, woohoo! And I was like, what? And they made me feel like if you have a beer on a lake or something. And I'm like, all right, beer on a lake.
Yeah,
Good. That's
like
Kevin. And oh yes, that's low. Oh, I'm like, all right. And they're like doing that for you. They're saying that. Tell me. Do you really like your air fryer? That's so random. Sorry, don't ask me how this turns into air fryer.
Oh my god.
They had you. You do. Okay. They had you. Okay, this is going to be more weird when I tell you what they did. I have, by the way, I've never eaten these in my life. I've only seen them because of TikTok. So they showed me dino nuggies. They put dino nuggies and they put them on a tray. And then they had you toss them with your fingernails. I saw your hands and you put them in the air fryer. And you go, oh my God, these are so much better in the air fryer.
I do that with my kids. We had it the other night.
Oh, well, there's the dino nuggies. Yep, okay. Oh. Really? Yes. Okay. See, these are like the weird things that like you can't. So people are like, you can Google everything. I'm like, no. Number one, you don't have time to. Number two is like this is what they bring up to let you know that they're around. Tell me. Oh. So George is talking about how when he crosses over, he doesn't have like an audience, I guess. Like there's not an audience to watch him cross over or anything like that. And he says, well, when I died, there wasn't really anybody around. It almost feels like maybe there's like, and he says, so I got up, I clapped for myself because that was the end of the show. And I walked away. Like, all right.
Grandma would have been there.
Oh, I know. He says that. Tell me. Hold on. Give me a second. Was he passing away in hospice at home?
It was in the hospital, but they put him as like the hospice area.
The hospice. Gotcha. Okay. He says it was very comfortable. He says hospice. And for me, my daddy was at home. That's why I was like, okay. And he says that I wonder if your grandmother really doesn't drink a lot of coffee, his wife?
No, not really.
No, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it almost feels like, do you know if she was like not in the room fully when it happened and like came back in?
She passed before him.
She did. Okay, let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you what she said. He goes like this. He says, my wife was there. And I said, oh, he says, but she was down the area. She was getting coffee. Oh no, she doesn't like to drink it, but she was there waiting for me. She just wasn't in the room. And I'm like, what? And so for me, that's why I'm asking all these questions. I'm like, but she didn't normally drink coffee? Like, why is he saying this? So I would even say, and that's why he got up and walked out. And then she's down there at the nurse's station getting coffee, waiting for him.
Oh my gosh. And at one
They
point,
do that.
He was calling out to her.
She went down there. So this is what...
It was just me in the room. And he just kept going, Pauline, Pauline. And I was like, Papa, Papa. It was
Papa,
scary.
Papa. Oh my, no. Okay, so this is what he showed me, an image of this. I'm thinking she's okay. Let me tell you what he showed me. I was thinking she's perfectly alive and well, because he talks about her coming in, walking in, like would be like opening a door, opening a curtain, be like, hello, hi, how can I help you? What are you doing? Are you ready? What are we doing? You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. And then he says that she leaves and goes down to go get coffee. And like she's checking on him back and forth. And then when he dies, he gets up, nobody's there. He claps and he goes out and he meets her. That was, can I tell you, I've never experienced that before. Like, that's the first too. That's another interesting thing. Yeah. But they don't hover around them all the time. They're there and they do pop in and out. So she was probably in another part of the hospital as well. And he says that, hold on, did it? Wait. Hold on. Were they not wanting to give him meds? Were they not wanting to give him morphine and stuff? Were they not doing that?
I feel like they weren't. I kept yelling, saying like, he's in pain, like do something. And they're just like, we can't do anything else. I was like, no, you need to do something.
He was. Yeah, he goes like this. He says, more meds. More meds. And I said, what? And then he talks about, he just makes me feel like this hurt running through me. And he says, they wouldn't give me more meds, or they wouldn't give me meds. And I go, oh. And he says, but it was okay. And I ask him, because on your thing you said, did it hurt? And he says, well, of course it hurt. He says, but when it got to like down to it, he says, I didn't know it was going on. And his only thing is like more meds, but they want to do it. Which is okay. But that's okay. That's okay. You were there. You were trying. You were helping. You were doing everything you can. I don't want you to have any guilt. I want you to know that your grandmother was out there getting coffee and boo-bopping back in to see him and make sure he's okay. Okay. And that when he died, he got up and it was fine. It literally is that smooth of a transition. I from me having my own near-death experience and talking to thousands of spirits, it's very interesting because they see you, they love you, they immediately go to you afterwards. But it is that boom. And he blackbird singing in the dead of night. Why are you singing that? But take these broken wings and learn to fly. My oh my, we were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Oh, they're singing. Okay, they're giving me words in song. Interesting. So go back and listen to that song. It's nothing to do with your
he loves
what is
birds.
that about? Oh. Oh,
my aunt's
do you see the cardinals?
I've been calling for it.
Can I tell you something? So my husband and I, we went driving today. Well, we had to go and drop stuff off at the county clerks to turn in our tax stuff for our property we own. This has never happened. Mind you, it's not time for them to show up here yet. It's not time for them to show up here yet. And we're driving and we're going about Mach 70 in the middle of nowhere, we're about 40 minutes to get to a town, and we're driving in our truck, and there is this cardinal that does like a death twirl, and it goes right in front of the car and flies back up and disappears, bright fucking red. And my husband goes, did you see that? I go, that's a cardinal. I said, that's for somebody. I know that is. I was like, there's a reason for this. And so right now, he was talking about the birds and he put that in there. And I mean, I've never seen one all the way through. So I would have to say, yes, that would be your cardinal, and look out for them too.
Okay. My aunt's always bird watching. Well, that's perfect.
Really? Yeah. So that's why. Okay. I would have to say that all goes together too. And he says that, hold on, tell me what, come here. Interesting. And the aunt is not like the wife of of Kevin. Ah, okay. And Kevin goes, and I watch her too. And I go, what are you talking about? And I said, is that your wife? He goes, God, no, no. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Literally like house and house.
So he watches him too? Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would like
Okay.
peek through the window sometimes when we were at their
Uh,
house. That's
yeah,
funny. He would always come
absolutely.
over.
See, and that's why. So that, yeah, because he talks about like his spirit is sneaking up on her while she's watching and being like, just like staring at her. So just know if she ever thinks about him during that moment, that's him getting in her brain. And he says that, yeah, does she have a yappy little dog?
The two of them. They're
Oh, okay. He goes like, oh, they are.
Papa's. Those were Papa's pride and joy. Those little
Yeah.
buggers.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is what he goes like this. He says, the only thing that annoys me, Papa, not Papa, but Kevin, he goes, the only thing that annoys me is their yappy little dogs. They and he says, they can see me. And he's like, rawr. He's just, Kevin is wild. And your grandfather is very chill, and really nice and just adores you to pieces. And can I tell you, this is one of those sessions where it's something you can't, I don't know, I can't explain the November October thing. I can't explain the jacket with the, I can't, like, none of that. Tell me, hold on. Oh, what? At some point, did you want, this is so random, I am so sorry I'm asking this, at some point did you want to get a tattoo in between your boobs right here?
Yes. Yes. Everyone tells me it's too painful. Well, now I'm getting it. I'm just saying.
Oh wait, yes, yes. Oh my God, shut up.
Whatever, I'll get it.
Oh, he put a heart and wings, or he actually showed me a chandelier tattoo, which was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Getting it.
What is that about? Okay.
I wanted something like, yeah,
drapey. Okay, okay.
Might have showed up.
Really?
Yeah, because I would be like, oh, I want this, and I want this, and I want to get that, and that, and that. Yeah, that was probably one of them.
How funny. Yeah, I've never had that show up as well. He just went and he put this and and I was like, oh, okay, I like it. And he says that, tell me, what about her now? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, so you do just like give in and let the boys sleep with you in your bed?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he says. Okay. So it was like when I was growing up with me and my sister, we would not want to go sleep with our parents because we wanted to be big girls, right? And so it'd be like, I'm going to lay in my bed by myself, millennial thing. And he goes like this. He said, so what do you do? He says, tell her I watch the boys. I said, good. I said, well, what do you see? And he says, oh, I see the whole, Mom, I'm going to sleep here. Well, if you have one, you have to have the other, So he's talking about being there for that. And he says, like, what a good mom you are. And he's talking about how, I guess they're in the middle of you all over. And he says that, tell me, hold on. Oh, maybe check your husband's breathing. Or check your, yeah. Who does he snore really loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Together. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. He went and he had him turn on his side and he had him go like that. And he made it really loud and he put a CPAP machine on him.
Yeah. Even like my youngest Lorenzo, he's starting to do that. He's getting checked next week.
Good. Good. Do it. Perfect. Yeah. Your grandfather adores you. He's not going anywhere. He's not leaving you. And also Kevin was like I'm gonna call it Kevin the bonus spirit today. That's gonna be the bonus spirit. And what? One more thing. Come here. Tell me. Hold on. Aww. And your grandfather went to your wedding, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. He's just the happiest moment, the most beautiful moment was watching you walk down the aisle. And then he had you be like essentially very, very beautiful. And he has pictures of that in my head that he keeps playing over and over and over and over and over again. And so he's
He
talking
walked me
about like
down
that's he did. He walked you down.
halfway, and then my dad met me the other half because my dad couldn't fully walk the whole thing, so I had them both. And actually, like, that's my screen.
Oh.
And then we had a
Yeah,
dance.
that's
Surprised him at the dance.
yeah. Yeah, he went and he showed me your ring, and then he had you go, "Oh my God, I love it." And I said, "Did she get a new wedding ring?" And then he put marriage, and then he put anniversary, and then he put like maybe even thinking about doing a vow renewal down the line. And I said, "Are you going to be there for that?" He says like, "Yes, but it's quite a ways." And then he took that and he showed me your wedding. He showed me wedding photos, and he said you walking down the aisle with him watching or with him being there. Yeah. So just know that's a good job, dude. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So he's in heaven. He's in a higher vibrational state. The rest of your family is. You have nothing negative going on around you. You're not negative. And so this is what I want you to do right now because I have to run to my next session. So if you need me, email me. Let me know. Okay. We'll figure something out. The other thing too is before I go, just well, when I leave, when you take a couple of minutes, I would even say keep the boys out for a second, for about 2 or 3 minutes. Get yourself together, cry out for a couple of minutes, like literally just let it all go, and tell them how much you love them. Tell them both how much you love them. Got it?
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, Dana. I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, Sugar Bean.